Now, today is not a happy day for Asanteman and for all those who are connected to Asanteman, or all those who admire and adore Asanteman, because the Queen Mother, Nana Konadu Yiadom III, Her Royal Highness, goes home today. And I ought to say that the funeral has been so well organized. And today, for example, as Asantehemaa goes home, there are some directives. So shall like to share with you. Now, this is from the Manhyia Palace. It's from the Funeral Planning Committee. And it says, Dotiye, Nana Konadu Yiadom III, Asantehemaa, in 1927 to 2025. Public announcement. Manhyia Palace hereby reminds all chiefs, traditional leaders, and members attending the final funeral rites, Dotiye, of Nana Konadu Yiadom Asantehemaa on the 18th of September 2025 of the following directives. Live ammunition. The use of live ammunition is strictly prohibited. And we've been talking about it here. So I'm happy that this directive is not coming from the Small Arms and Weapons Commission led by Dr. Adam Bona and supported by my good friend, Reverend Carl Nianyetesoa. But the Asante and his team at Manhyia are leading this, that the use of live ammunition is strictly prohibited. We know that they're supposed to use musketry and gunpowder of a certain power, and not to use live ammunition. So if you take it there, as they say in the barracks, wara ujijiriji. Musketry. Firing of muskets is allowed only when directed towards the sky, not at any person or the ground. Firing of muskets is allowed only when directed towards the sky, not at any person or the ground. And we have seen how people have lost their lives in recent time because we used live ammunition and we were not very careful. Compliance. Anyone found violating these rules will be arrested and subjected to appropriate legal action. All attendees are urged to strictly adhere to these regulations to ensure a safe and orderly burial ceremony signed by the Funeral Planning Committee. And this is a mark of leadership. Another mark of leadership is something that we got from the Ashanti Regional Coordinating Council from yesterday, and it's a public announcement. It reads, the Ashanti Regional Coordinating Council, in line with directives issued by the Manhyia Palace and as part of the funeral and burial arrangements of the late Asantehemaa, announces the following. 1. Identification and uniforms. All essential government workers must wear the official service uniforms and carry valid identification cards. You know, there's some restriction of movement. So if you're an essential government worker, you must wear your official uniform and carry a valid identification card. The use of official vehicles. As much as practicable, essential government workers should commute to and from their duty stations in official government vehicles. 3. Compliance with movement restrictions. All exempted institutions and essential workers are advised to cooperate fully with security personnel and other regulatory agencies enforcing the movement restrictions. The Ashanti Regional Coordinating Council appreciates the cooperation of all stakeholders in ensuring a smooth and dignified observance of the funeral and burial arrangements of the late Asantehemaa. Honorable Dr. Frank Amakohene is the Ashanti Regional Minister, and these are the directives that you have. So again, it is in your own interest, if you're within the Ashanti region, to know that you cannot do some of the things that you may want to do. Now, let's see a photo of the King, His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei II, in a very, very pensive mood. And you can clearly tell by his demeanor that, as they say on the streets, he's going through it. But he's been strong, he's been resilient. And we are very certain in our minds that as we unite to give the late Asantehemaa a wreath of songs, words, and songs and thoughts, he will take solace in the fact that we appreciate whatever he's going through and we empathize with him. May the Asantehemaa rest in perfect peace. Now, there's an